Hello and welcome to 9 o'clock news. You already know that, you know, yes, yeah, the world is, and there's people with bombs and people dying and you gotta be afraid. And the flu, have you got the flu? Maybe your neighbor got the flu. You better call us if somebody's got the flu. All that shit. So, and today we're gonna keep on working on kick and bass, mixing that and making it sound better and better and better and better. Hello. Welcome to part 3 of our mixing into the mix. Right, so we just finished EQing our kick and bass, and I've noticed something. I like to come here and check out my scope sometimes, just before I start doing anything else to it. And I noticed that my bass is too lengthy. The notes are too lengthy. And if you notice, it's got a bit of rumble. And one way we can reduce this length is length, because what's in the length in the sustain is usually the low end, is by cutting a bit more of the low end. Less, as you can see. Okay, now there's other ways of doing it, obviously. That's one of them. You can also use a transient designer and give it a little bit of more attack than sustain, remove, resustain. Now, let's see what we can do to make them glue a bit better. I like to use Saturn on their group channel. And use this dynamics button over here, knob. Of course, we got too much level. Warm tip is quite good for this purpose. I'll just use the dynamics and it's fine. Now let's lower the output here. You want to make sure when you're bypassing something that it has the same volume, all right? Because louder usually sounds better, and just because it's you're checking the two different results, and if one is louder, it's gonna be sounding better than the other. So be careful. Okay. Sounds better with the Saturn, innit? Now we can go further than that and not just go and, oh, it's good. Now we can go further and do a copy A to B here and use different settings. Let's try a different distortion type with different settings. Let's try a clean tape here or warm tube. I think it's got too much click noise here because of the kick, so I'll just take a bit of the band 1 for presence. And this band 1 tremble. Well, this is band 1 anyway. I'm just removing the high end of this band. Now let's bypass and see if this got the same volume. Okay, now let's A, B and see which one is the best, has the best results. It's definitely B, so we're gonna go with B. Right, so we got Saturn in there. And let's listen to our kick bass together with our percussion. I noticed that my kick is a bit dull in a way, so I'm gonna try and use a compressor to make it jump out a little bit. Now, for this purpose, I'm gonna use C1 gate compressor. And oh yes, I haven't done sidechain compression, have I? Yeah, it's convenient to do so. Let's do some sidechain compression here and see if it sounds better before we even start compressing individual signals. Because that might just do the trick, make our kick jump out a little bit more. So let's do that. So for sidechain, I like my R compressor, Renaissance compressor. So R compresses stereo here, and we're gonna add it to the bass channel. We're gonna activate our sidechain, and we're gonna come to the kick channel and send the kick to our sidechain compressor, our R compressor stereo that it's inserted in the bass. I like to make these pre-fade and make it down to 0. Here we go. So for my attack, I like it as fast as possible, and my release, I'm working here at 146, so that's about 100 and something milliseconds, maybe less, 90 something milliseconds. That's for a 116 note. That would be for one note of the bass. So I know that if I go 90 milliseconds release, I'm gonna catch, I'm gonna actually, hang on, yeah. I'm gonna catch it when Actually, I was going to talk about single band compression on the kick or the bass. That's for next episode. Never mind what I said. Usually the release I have it to about 20 milliseconds. Works pretty well for this kind of BPM. Now, my ratio, I like to use it about 2, and then I start using the threshold. Then it's just a matter of test how much you want it, and use your threshold for that, and check out what type of reduction you want. Most tracks, 3 to 6 dB usually works, but if you want a bigger pump effect, you could go down less than down to the 12 dB reduction. If you want a rolling bass, you don't want to go less than -6 because you just lose it and it's going to be a pumping bass instead of a rolling bass. So let's check out the difference. Remember, we're listening out for the kick. That's what we're listening to. So my ears are telling me that it kind of helped a little bit. It helped the kick jump out a little bit more. Still, we're not there yet. And on the next episode of mixing, we're gonna add the compressor to the kick or whatever it might need. So it might not be a compressor. We might find another solution for this problem, but we're definitely gonna make that kick jump out a bit more. See you on the next one. Peace. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Are you honestly another one on kick and bass and percussion? Come on, man. We had 3 episodes. Hello again. So everything is still the same. People are still dying and all that stuff. But yeah, you know, on the next episode we're gonna talk about matching kick bass with the percussion. I think they mean matching. Going back to the kick and bass and see if it works well with the percussion or something like that. I don't know. You gotta check it out next time. But yeah, you gotta remember. I think there's zombies out there somewhere at the moment. Yeah, shoplifters. Yeah. Not shoplifters. People that buy. Yeah, buyers. Yeah. Okay. Follow us, please. Donate, subscribe, like and share. Check out our services. Check out our packs. And I see you on the next episode.